My name is Jason Medina. I am a fourth generation San Luis native, which means that my great-great-grandparents not only lived here, but some of them were born here. In 1851 is when the actual town was established in the state of Colorado. This was the most incredible place to come and hunt because there were buffalo, elk, antelope, deer, rabbits, all of the fowl in the sky, and so for thousands of years. In fact, there's some Folsom points that were found that were 11,000 years old. This was actually coined San Luis back in 1542, Francisco de Coronado. He came in 1542, and they believed that he actually got here on or about August 25th of 1542. August 25th is the feast day of Saint Louis, or Saint Louis, who was the King of France. So actually this area got its name from San Luis, Rey de Francia. And that was 200 years prior to actually somebody making a settlement here. We have had to actually preserve our own culture because, again, that identity crisis really needed us to dig in and hold on to the cultural aspects of our area, which are a lot of different things. The Catholic Church is still the biggest institution in our area, and that's why all of the missions were named what they were. The churches that are all here are all specific names of saints who are really important. San Francisco is the very furthest one that's to the east. That was after Saint Francis of Assisi, who was the father of the Franciscans, who are priests nowadays, or an order of priests. We still celebrate La Fiesta de Santiago y Santana. Santiago is St. James, who is a first cousin of Jesus, and Santana was the grandmother or mother of Mother Mary. That's still important because on the third weekend of July, we all still come together. We gather around the church. We have one big mass on Sunday morning, and it's all about preserving that culture that started happening way back in about the 1850s. The People's Ditch is still being used. In fact, it comes all the way down to these beautiful farms and ranches that we see right back here underneath us. Again, still being used. They still get the #1 water right, which means if anybody gets water in all of Colorado, and if Colorado would dry up, this is the one ditch that always would have the right to use water. Some of the folks that dug the People's Ditch, who were some of the initial settlers here, one of them, and the first name, if you go down to see the actual plaque that was dedicated to the People's Ditch, is Dario Gallegos. Dario Gallegos was a very prominent person in early San Luis and one of the first settlers, but he also started one of our first businesses here, which was, it was transferred down to his kids and his grandkids. So it turned into the Salazar Market in, I believe, 1877, and then is still currently today the longest running continuously owned business in Colorado history. This year, hands were changed, but it's still open and it's still living up to that name as the oldest business in Colorado. All of those traditions, all those histories I grew up doing, and those are the most important memories that I can think of. And our town will continue to be La Plaza de San Luis del Rio Culebra. So that will never go away. Even if that part was taken off of the name San Luis, it's still there. It's still something that we believe in, and it's just something that'll never go away.
This video was created by the Sangre de Cristo National Heritage Area as part of their work in historic preservation and telling the stories of our community. Thanks for watching.